If my life fails, I'll just become a youth pastor. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Youth Group Chronicles episode 3. Joining me for the trifecta here, we have Isaiah Smallwood back for episode 3.
I'm excited.
So this is from Steven, really short, but again, youth ministry fail. One time I pushed a kid into the deep part of the river who couldn't swim. I almost killed a kid. And that's the end of the story.
Oh, God. Okay.
Courtney said, the first time we tried to play this ultimate battle game, which is a mix of thumb war, rock, paper, scissors, and war, I had an 8th grader nearly dislocate a 6th grader's thumb. It was very dramatic with tears and everything. And it was this it was the 6th grader's first time in their youth group. Safe to say that kid probably didn't come back.
Dang.
Danielle, we played Grog. It's spelled Grog. I don't know what that is, but apparently it's a game. It was this kid's first time in the church, and you use the whole church, including the stairs. There was zero light, so it was really dark inside the church. One of the girls fell down the stairs and started complaining about her foot hurting. I told her to ice it and that she'd be fine, thinking it was no big deal. She's complaining the whole night, but I thought she was just being a baby about it. Her parents bring her to the hospital the next morning. Turns out it was a break, and she was in a cast for 6 months. Here's what's funny. This same leader has 2 stories. One time we invited a band to lead worship. It was an old college buddy of mine, and during worship, he was giving an exhortation and asked if it was okay to use, quote, bad words at our church.
No, he didn't.
Thinking he was just going to say crap instead of poop or something.
Oh my gosh.
We chuckled and was like, yeah, sure. He literally started cussing and swearing on stage multiple times, calling it, quote, real talk. We were mortified and had to send out a mass apology email to all the parents the next day.
If you've never felt the anointing, don't invite them.
Carter says...
you can invite me, though.
Hey, yeah, there you go.
I'd love to lead worship at the church. I'm serious. I would love it.
Carter, one time I went to move a chair for a game right as a parent was sitting down on it. Didn't even see her. Good times. One of my youth groups said at prayer time, this is hilarious, their NHS sponsor would not count church volunteer hours. So to pray that she could get the hours she needed...
NHS, National Honor Society.
Yo, I actually didn't know what that was.
Yeah.
Because I'm homeschooled. She said, hey guys, can you pray that I get the hours I need for this volunteer? And me being the youth pastor I am said, perhaps we should pray for your sponsor's surgery. And the student asked, what surgery? I was already in this deep. So I said, for her stick removal.
What is wrong with you?
Later, when I met the teacher, she thanked me for the prayers. Not a proud moment.
Oh, man.
This is from James. This is actually kind of cool. I'm reading this name, trying to figure out how to read it. I think it's James. Jaymz.
Yeah, no, that's Yamez.
Oh, Yamez? My bad.
No, I'm playing.
Oh, okay. You're a jerk. Yo, I really, really believed you. I really believed you. Okay, he said, my biggest fail in youth ministry is when we had our Smashing Idols night. I decided to get rid of my master's degree, which I considered an idol for me, by burning it and throwing it in the trash can during our youth program.
What is he doing? What is he doing?
He said, it was a great idea until I realized it was setting everything in the trash on fire. The next best thing I did was take the burning degree out of the trash and lay it on one of the children's ministry's carpets. By the time I picked it up, the carpet was black with fire from the fire and basically ruined. But I put the fire out. That same night, he said, we played a game called Guess What's in the Box. It's a game where you either choose money or the mystery inside the box. The final contestant of the evening came up and I offered him $200, yet he chose the box. And inside the box were my car keys. People from the audience hoisted this kid up in in celebration into the air, and he body surfed to the back door of the church with my keys, and shortly thereafter drove away with my car. Fortunately, later that night, after burning the carpet, he came back with my car. That is when I went into a long apology about how this was, quote, just a game, and that I didn't actually mean to give away my car. This student, this was his first time coming to youth group, reluctantly gave back my keys. But wait, the next day, after getting chewed out, probably by the pastor, rightfully so, for burning the children's carpet and having to use the youth budget to pay for it, I got a call from this kid's mom demanding that she get a car from our church or there would be a lawsuit.
Okay. Can we do something real quick?
Go for it.
Get a new job. Youth ministry, it's just not working for you. Evangelism might be where you want to go, because you could go say whatever you want to say and leave. You could burn their church if you want to. Burn the carpet, you can go. Youth ministry might not be the one. All right? Love you. We love you so much.
But wait, okay, so the mom called demanding a lawsuit. She said, if you don't give this car, like, I'm going to sue you. Our church bought a $3,000 car for this family. The senior pastor was very gracious toward me. He said I learned a $3,000 mistake and it was worth that much more now because of my experience. It is by far the most epic fail of my youth ministry career, and it all happened in one night. True story.
Not only did he burn his masters, he burned stuff in the trash and the carpet, and then emotionally scarred a young man.
Yep.
And then bought a $3,000 car.
He didn't buy it. The church had to buy a $3,000.
Jeez, man. So that message I had for you, just really think about what you should do.
Yeah, deep down.
I'm joking with you, by the way.
He's probably like a great pastor. It's probably like his first night or something.
Hey, listen, he already bought a car for somebody, so.
All right, Russell. On the return trip to Colorado, our kids were playing a game at every stop where they flip your wiper blades upside down and fold in your side mirrors. Finally frustrated, I decided that I wasn't going to fix those things until our next gas stop, which was 3 hours down the road. So he's already much more gracious than I am. As we pulled out of the gas station, I dragged the side of our U-Haul trailer along the cement pole that protects the gas pump from drivers like me. I didn't even stop. I drove 10 miles down the road without saying a word. Finally, a leader was like, "Russ, are you okay?" And he was like, "Nope."
The sautiness.
I would have just made the kids get out and walk.
Stop touching stuff.
Kevin says, tonight we played What's in the Box. But instead of reaching in and touching the object, I had to describe the object to them to see if they guessed it right. We get to the last round, and the object in the box is a football helmet. And my description of the helmet to the entire youth group went like this. 1, it's used as a form of protection. 2, it feels hard. 3, sometimes when you pull on it, it's illegal. Y'all, my high school students lost it. I immediately realized what I did after I gave the last description, but it was too late. Of course, too late. They knew from number one.
I mean, the first
one, they were already like, that's sus. I said it, and I don't know if I'll ever live it down. My face turned so red, and it took forever to get them refocused. Can't wait for my senior pastor to hear about this one. So Aaron had a similar experience. He said, during service, I was talking about Toy Story, where Woody was having identity issues when Buzz Lightyear, so he had identity issues when Buzz Lightyear came around. I said, Woody was used to being, quote, the man in the bedroom. And all the students busted out laughing and saying smart comments.
Yeah, of course.
I deserved it.
Yeah.
Okay, this is, I think we did this episode 1, but this is crazy things youth kids have said to me.
I'm excited.
Not to me. These are sent in. The first one is from Marty. One of my students once prayed for the Holy Spirit to run through me like diarrhea.
Let him run through you?
Yeah.
I mean...
Great description, though.
Is it wrong?
Moving on. This is from Aaron. He heard the kids say, "Hey, check out this telescope." And then the kid pulls out a tampon at youth group. Okay, this one's funny. Ben said, "Tonight we are starting a series on evangelism. Does anyone know what that is?" Student responded, "Yeah, I got arrested for that once." Me, thinking that's a little suspicious. "You got arrested for evangelism?" The student was like, "Oh, I thought you said vandalism."
That's great.
Damon said, "I had a kid tell me I don't need to do homework. I'm going to be a rapper." Shooting high. Not sure why he doesn't need to do the homework.
I was about to say, you write verses at home and stuff like that.
You got to know how to speak.
Right.
Jasmine heard a kid say about her, "Oh, she's not mad. That's just her face."
Yo. Sometimes you get tired of things and people mid-service. I'm a youth worship director, and from the stage, I give the wildest facial expressions while I'm singing, and while I see other people not singing, I'm just like, so I understand that there's grace in this. Go on vacation or something.
Dan, he said, a kid told him, "I never realized Adam and Eve had kids." I don't know if he talked about it in his sermon, but it just never clicked. Not sure why, but that's funny. April said, I overheard a student tell another, I've always wanted to break my arm just for the attention. Matt says a youth kid told him, I can't do drugs. I have asthma.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong, but that's funny.
Wrong. Do it, you'll die. You got asthma.
Kirsten said, me to all the kids, the church has a sports camp next week and these basketball goals or rims are new. So no dunking and no hanging on the rims.
Oh, Lord.
A student raises his hand. Thank you for thinking that we could. This kid's probably like 5 foot tall.
Yeah, probably. It's probably his dream.
Ben says, a 6th grader walks up to the snack counter at youth group and said, I'll have a vodka tonic with rocks on top.
Rocks on top.
Charlie said a youth kid asked him, where do you go to smoke around here? While at youth group, I assume. Andy Rodriguez said, if my life fails, I'll just become a youth pastor.
That's great. That's great.
Lucas said, after watching NCIS all day, I could murder someone and make it look like Winnie the Pooh did it.
Yo, NCIS is wild.
I don't know why a youth kid was watching that. What is he, like 7th grade? All right, last one. Melody said, after my 17-year-old daughter came into our small group to ask me a question, one of the kids said, wait, that's your daughter? But she's so pretty. Probably in the most innocent way, too. Probably didn't even mean it to be like
but
a dig.
She's so pretty.
Instant insecurity right there.
That's so funny, bro. These, kids don't care. That's what I've noticed about like being a youth leader. Kids don't care. Mm-mm. And then every generation. So I've been a youth leader for almost 8 years now. And every year it gets like worse and worse. And like kids just say and do the craziest
The filters come
things.
off.
Yeah.
I think that means we're probably going to be getting more stories like this from people. Just be like,
yeah.
And they're probably going to increase as the years of this podcast go on.
Most definitely.
We're going to see like trends probably.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
Well, Zay, thanks so much, man. I appreciate you joining
of course,
me.
Man.
Youth Group Chronicles, episode 3 in the books.
Episode 3.
Looking forward to seeing everyone next week. Appreciate you listening.
Yeah.
Again, if you have stories, send them in. We want to hear Youth Group Chronicles at
we
gmail.com.
not only want to hear them, but we live.
Yeah, we want to
live for this.
Other people want to hear it too. So we're going to put it on this podcast.
Yeah,
if it's good enough. You have to make the cut because there's some pretty good doozies out there. But thanks again, man.
Phenomenal.
I appreciate it.
I love being here.
Hey, thanks for watching this episode of Youth Group Chronicles. If you have a story that you want to send into the show, we would love to hear it. You can email us at ygchronicles@gmail.com. Also, like, subscribe, and then make sure you turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time we drop a new episode. And then up here is a video that YouTube thinks that you're going to like, so definitely click on that and watch it. And thanks for watching this episode.